Howdy, Sandy Mangels, and welcome to day 473 out of 500 songs. It's Country Day today, and this tune is one of David Lee Murphy's two #1 hits. Released as the fourth single from his 1994 debut album, Out with a Bang, this is an advice song, as the singer gets some tips from an old Creole man about how to be a better lover. Creole gives him a dusty old bottle of wine and tells him that some things get sweeter with time. And as to the specifics of the lyrics, I can tell you that sex is definitely something that gets better with age, but so do a lot of other things in life. Now, this song would remain Murphy's only #1 hit until 23 years later, when Everything's Gonna Be Alright became his final hit. Murphy had much better luck writing songs for others, including #1 songs for Aaron Tippin, Trick Pony, Brooks and Dunn, Montgomery Gentry, Hank Williams Jr., Kenny Chesney, and many others. Now, I have to point out my shirt today for its irony. It's the only alcohol-related shirt that I own, and I got it for free back in 2000 just because it had a handsome pirate on it. For those who don't know this about me, I have never had a drink of alcohol, I have never smoked a cigarette, and I have never taken drugs. And when I say never, I mean never. Not a sip, not a puff, not a toke, nothing. It's something I decided long ago just wasn't for me. No judgment on others, it's just not right for me. But for this one song, I dragged this shirt out from the bottom of the drawer. To me, the song is less about alcohol than it is about the joys of getting down with older men, older women, and older gender fluid folks. So this goes out to all the DILFs, the MILFs, and the GILFs who are listening. And for you younger folk, find yourself a DILF, MILF, or GILF to cuddle up with. Creole Williams lived down a dirt road, made homemade wine like nobody I know. Dropped by one Friday night and said, "Can you help me, Creole? Got a little girl waiting on me and I wanna treat her right." He said, "I got what you need, son," sitting down in the cellar. He reached through the cobwebs as he turned on the light. He said, "There might be a little dust on the bottle, but don't let it fool you about what's inside. There might be a little dust on the bottle. It's one of those things that gets sweeter with time." She was sitting in the porch swing as I pulled up the driveway. My old heart was racing as she climbed inside. She slid over real close and drove down to the lake road. Watched the sun fade in that big red sky. I reached under the front seat and said, "Now here's something special. It's just been waiting for a night like tonight. There might be a little dust on the bottle, but don't let it fool you about what's inside. There might be a little dust on the bottle. It's one of those things that gets sweeter with time." You're still with me, and we made some memories After all these years, there's one thing I've found. Oh, some say good love, well, it's like a fine wine. Keeps getting better as the days go by. Oh, there might be a little dust on the bottle, but don't let it fool you about what's inside. There might be a little dust on the bottle. It's one of those things that gets sweeter with time. There might be a little dust on the bottle, but don't let it fool you about what's inside. There might be a little dust on the bottle. It's one of those things that gets sweeter with time. Don't let it fool you. There might be a little dust on the bottle. Yeah, it gets sweeter with time. Might be a little dust on the bottle. Let me tell you, it gets sweeter with time. And it does. It definitely gets sweeter with time. Now, for those of you who have not yet experienced a DILF, a MILF, or a GILF, if you are free to do so, definitely make sure you do. Because it definitely does get sweeter with time. The experience alone. Now, that was my 473rd song out of 500. And that means I have 473 songs up on my YouTube page. You can listen to them in any order, or you can listen to them in curated playlists. There's even a country-only playlist. So if you just want to hear the country and western songs, you can do that. All I ask of you is that you hit the thumbs up button on YouTube. That's the like button. Maybe you can also hit subscribe and leave a comment or two, because I do love to read those comments. Best of all, share this with your friends, because that is how I grow an audience, when people share my music. I appreciate that. Now, I'll be back here tomorrow, and it's Comedy Day. Tomorrow's song actually has something to do with today's song, because it's all about Stacy's dad. And I'll tell you, Stacy's dad has got me down bad. You're going to have to tune in tomorrow to find out what that means in a comedy song. In the meantime, as you go about your day and your week, let me tell you, if you see a DILF, a MILF, or a GILF, and you can find a way to tell them in a non-creepy manner that you see that there's some dust on the bottle, but you know that that means they've got something sweeter inside, it might just make their day. And who knows, you might have a new friend. All right, we'll catch you soon. Enjoy life.